Okay, these are the cleaning stuff what you need to clean bathrooms and kitchen. This is pretty much always in your caddy if you are the person who does kitchen and bathrooms. You have this one, you have a bucket, you have this bag with clean towels, and you have just a grocery bag where to put dirty ones. So we use glass cleaner, Clorox, which is for bathrooms to remove soap scum. That we usually don't have. Comet, Lysol, Endust, and in this bottle there is, it's not Lysol, but there is actually bleach to remove mildew. I have to label that bottle different, and Swiffer. So also I have paper towel, squeegee, and bucket. So the first thing you want to do in a bathroom is take out your rugs. So this rug, which is the squishy one, this one you can't really shake it because nothing's gonna come off of it. I mean, if there's just little few stuff you can take like this, or if there's like dog hair and stuff, you simply lay it out. The person who does the floors will vacuum it for you, or you can vacuum it if you have vacuum close by, or you're working like me by yourself. These type of rugs you definitely want to shake out. I'm just gonna do it right here in the bathroom. You basically shake it as long as you feel like nothing is coming out there anymore. So then you have two options. If there is not much going on in the bathroom, you can just sweep everything, and while you're sweeping, just kind of get, sweep the bathroom floor. You have two options. You can sweep it, which while you sweep, just kind of get the baseboards, and if there's not much going on in the bathroom, which there's like just few hairs and stuff, you can just like make a pile. Always take the hair off the broom. And then, or the other option is you vacuum the whole bathroom, which is, you're going to be using your hose and brush attachment to get behind, which or if you see that there's bathroom vents where there's like dust, a lot of dust there, you can vacuum it, or you just take a broom and you sweep it out. So you want to do that before you do the floor because it's all going to fall down. So So the better job you do with vacuuming or sweeping the floor, the easier it will be to hand mop it later because you don't have much to pick up. Also, you always want to do your floors first. The reason why is if you will do it after cleaning bathroom, there is a chance, or it will be that the floors will be wet from, you know, water just dripping and stuff. So first, you can't use vacuum with water, it will break. Second, if you try to sweep wet hair, it's not gonna sweep, it's just gonna like drag all over the floor, which will make it harder to mop, and I don't recommend it. So second thing you wanna do is your prep work, I call it, which is like dusting, wiping down cabinets, cleaning the blinds, dusting any kind of items. In a situation when you do a deep cleaning and there's like a lot of dust everywhere, like all over, of course you want to do your dusting first and then you vacuum the floor, because everything's just gonna fall. But in this situation, which is just like a bi-weekly cleaning, you know, there's not gonna be much dust. There's just gonna be light dust which you're gonna wipe and it's gonna stay in your towel. So I'm gonna start with my high spots, which are, you know, stuff like that. I check, you know, I check if there's any kind of cobwebs, you know, which I really don't see anything. So next I'm gonna do light fixtures. So with the light fixtures, you kind of have to think what material is there, which right now this is chrome. So if I use, for example, Andust, it's gonna smear and streak because it's very oily. If I'm gonna use Lysol, it's gonna streak. So the only option really is Windex, because you treat chrome always like a mirror. It's just so, you know, if you're not comfortable on stepping on a countertops or anything like that, you wanna bring step ladder, which I'm pretty light, and you know, I don't mind getting on countertops. Also, you wanna make sure when you clean, you don't just do the front. You do all the way around, like everywhere. Sometimes if there is, like on a deep cleaning, you just clean and nothing comes off, you would have to use Lysol, because Lysol will break down like thicker dirt, and but the final step would be anyways Windex, because it would be streaky. So. Okay, while I have these in my hand, I'm just gonna take care of these real fast, which again I'm using my towel and Windex because this is chrome, so it's like a mirror. So if client has like any kind of like bottles here or whatever, what I do is like I pick up the bottle, wipe it, put it right here. Pick up the bottle, wipe it like this. Make sure there's no drips, no nothing. Put it right here, and then when I finish everything, I put everything back. So I'm just going to put this right here on the floor so it's out of my way. And now I'm going to clean the sinks. So in this situation, I'm gonna use Comet, and how much I'm using is this much per sink. So I'm always putting it on my sponge so I don't spill a lot of Comet by accident. If you would see there's like granite, like black granite, whatever granite, bleach is really not good for granite. So what you want to use then in the sinks is you just spray this one and clean it with that one, because that has no bleach in it.
Which one?
The Clorox blue bottle does not have bleach in it. And then when you clean, come a little bit closer. Then when you clean, you want to make sure you get around the ring. And I use the green side. And I'm still using the green side because there's a lot of like spills. And what else I'm doing, I'm going around and making sure I'm putting pressure around here, because usually around here everything like builds up. And then I start rinsing everything, and you already can tell like how much foam I have. If I would put more Comet, it would be even way more foam, and you would be just spending so much time just by rinsing everything. So now I just take yellow side and just touch up everything, like getting the big stuff off. So see, I already can tell like I actually used just a little bit too much Comet. Don't forget like these sides here. So I'm just getting out the big stuff. So then, you know, if you have granite, you have your Clorox here, and you do the same thing, you just have different product. And actually with this product is like, if you spray and let it sit, it basically like disappears. So you don't want this product to let sit for several minutes, because then you will just have to spray all over again, because you basically will waste product, and we don't want that. You know what I forgot? Okay, so what I missed was after the light fixtures, what you actually want to do is like you're still doing your prep work, which is dusting. So you started with your light fixtures, you're doing your cabinets, and I'm not spending a lot of time on my cabinets because I mean I know they are clean, and I'm basically just checking if there is any kind of spills from toothpaste, and if I feel like I need a little extra scrubbing, I add a little bit of water. And what I'm basically getting is edges, all the front, around the knobs, right here, and just overall this middle part. And just all overall, this product leaves nice shine. So then there's some shelves right here which I'm going to dust. So anything what's on the shelf, even if it's just a bottle, air freshener, whatever is there, you want to dust it. So this bottle I dust it because when people hire cleaning service, they're not gonna just come home and start dusting something. You know, our job is to make sure everything is just clean and spotless. And if you do always the right thing, you clean everything right, no house will ever be hard to clean. While I'm there, I got all the baseboards there. So I always fold my towel in 4. So I have 8 clean sides. So next I'm gonna do lines and trim. So, and if you notice what I'm doing, I'm not just doing like this, or I'm not doing this. As I go, I lift them up to make sure I get the whole blind. And then of course don't forget the window sills. If it's not only dust, if it's dirty, like, I don't know, there's spills, it just looks dirty, you want to use Lysol. Always make sure when you put items back on the shelves, they are secure. Like, you know, don't do it so fast that, for example, you leave it there, of course it's gonna fall. You know, just be really careful. So if you have an accident and something breaks, first thing you do is you take a picture of the item, you send a text message to me, and at that point I will tell you, please leave it on the kitchen countertop and leave a note, or I will say, you know, just leave it on the kitchen countertop and I will let client know. But if you leave a broken item, just like put it together, whatever, hope nobody will notice. They will notice, and at that point the client thinks we can't trust them, and they pretty much don't want us in the house. So right now I'm gonna do doors, which, you know, in my house doors are pretty clean, but what you want to watch out is like any kind of fingerprints, dust. You know, if the doors are really bad, like especially like these, like in these corners right here, you know, spray Lysol directly, and then, you know, go back and within the next few seconds clean it. Always remember, doors have 2 sides, the same, you know, as that one. You know, also like the trim can be, you know, dirty, because usually people can be like just, you know, putting their hand or talking, or if they have pets, what pets do, you know, they walk in this kind of level, leaving all this trim pretty much, you know, red clay, Georgia clay. So just, you kind of have to see those things, you know, the light switches. So now the prep work is done, okay? So this towel I still can use, I only used one side, so I just kind of put it together with the bottle. And I'm gonna finish up the where's my index? Just had it over here. Okay, so I'm gonna finish up here. So we always do mirror from top to bottom. We don't start right here. So if the mirror again is like really high up, you need to have your step ladder or you get on a countertop. But don't do half mirror. Streaking now. Okay, then the other thing is like you always want to check the bottom. The only way how you're gonna see it, you have to do eye level with the and I see there's still streaks. I was using some aerosol, which I think that's what it's making my mirror to streak. So what I'm doing, I'm taking a new paper towel and I'm going over again because, you know, the paper towel, the stuff that I've been using, some hairspray or something, is basically getting into my paper towel and it's making it to streak. So basically, like, don't give up, like just take new piece of paper towel and go over one more time. And if at that point you have a problem, well, then might be a problem, but and mirrors are really, really important, which everything is important, but mirrors are the first thing that clients see when they come first home to their clean bathroom. So if there's any kind of spills left, they will be like, well, somebody didn't do a very detailed job, or, you know, was rushing or whatever. So now I'm just kind of using my, you know, my paper towels, because I can't use them really anywhere else. I'm just getting like the big stuff. So when you polish the faucet, you know, you look in a mirror to make sure you get all the backside. Always think everything is round, 360 degrees round. So it's not like you only clean from one side or just front. You know, you have to do like handle all the way around, faucet all the way around. You want to always make sure there's not even one hair left, because that is basically the same thing. You go to the restaurant and you see hair in your food, it's just disgusting. It's the same thing when you clean. You know, you can't have no hairs, no nothing. It's just not how you call it. You know. I can't find the word. Anyways, if you notice, I even clean the toothbrush holders Because like I said, they're not gonna come home and start cleaning it. This is our job to leave everything clean. And right now as I'm going, I still see like stuff that I even miss. So if the faucets are not chrome, they are, brass, you really even don't need Windex. I mean, you still want to kind of touch up your countertops with Windex, but it would be much easier to clean than chrome. Chrome is like the hardest, because if you miss a spot, you pretty much see everything. Then I put this back. And if they have any kind of like bottles here, when you put it back, you want to put everything, labels spaced. Somewhat like organized. Okay, so then you move to, it doesn't matter really to me where you move, next to the shower, bathtub, whatever you want. I'm gonna do bathtub. You probably want to do that. So I have my sponge, I have my cup. If there's like a baby bathtub, you want to do that first. I'm using in this bathtub with mildew spray, which is really heavy bleach, which removes stains, any kind of like, there's little creases, so it pretty much like eats up any kind of germs and whitens everything. The same like in a shower, if there's any kind of mold in a grout or any kind of discoloration, like right here, you spray this one, and or if you see like the grout is pinkish or yellowish, you spray it and let it sit. It only needs to sit like a few minutes. If it sits longer, it's no big deal, but it has to sit at least 3 to 5 minutes. Like right now I have to put this bathtub somewhere, and it's good that I did my floors first, because I'm actually putting it on pretty clean floors, except they're not mopped, but there's no hair or nothing like that. So I take my Comet in a bathtub. You like need about 1 stripe like this, And you just kind of spread it out. Sometimes if it's like bigger bathtubs, I actually step inside the bathtub, you know, so I can reach everything behind. So I'm going around here because sometimes there's like stuff build up, so you want to get like this sharp corner and kind of scrub it around. As you noticed when I was dusting, I already did like all the edges. So I still have the same towel what I used, you know, on a countertop. You know, so I don't take like, after every little thing, new towel. I pretty much change towels when they need to be changed. Which after this now, this one is done. But as you see, the only thing I'm wiping down is shining up the faucets and making sure this is clean here. This all outside edge. I'm putting back the stuff. You know, again, if these bottles would be dusty or spills or something, I would wipe them as I go. Then I check if there's any kind of hair left or comet left behind, you know, then you want to kind of wipe out or use more water to rinse it off, which in this case, it's clean. My bathtub, back, make sure that is clean. So now this towel is dirty. So I keep kind of everything like organized. So now when I do, next I'm going to do shower, I have my bucket with water, my cup with water, sponge, squeegee, dry clean towel, Windex, Clorox. If there would be white bottom, I would use Comet, because if it's white I want to whiten it, so I use bleach. So and then I start, you know, cleaning. Where do you start? I really don't care. This is how I start. Also sometimes if you see this kind of stuff is really bad, actually this is removable. And I sometimes like let it soak with the mildew stuff, the heavy bleach, to remove mildew, but I did this 2 weeks ago, so it's clean. So you don't have to do it like every time. And in some shower doors, you actually can remove it. So you just have to do as much as by hand. Also, what I'm not doing is I'm not spraying this all over the shower, because like I said, this product, if it sits more than whatever minutes, it's not going to foam, it's just going to dissolve, and you have to spray it all over again. And that is just waste of product. It's not going to be like, oh, it's going to sit, it's going to clean better. No, it doesn't work that way. Also, when you clean, I kind of pay attention to the grout. If grout looks different than here, and it looks dark here, you gotta use extra scrubbing. Which, if you clean shower every 2 weeks correctly, this is the way it's gonna look. You'll never get into any kind of, I don't know, like a lot of mold or whatever. This is pretty much gonna be it. Easy. If you skip something one time, then you just make it a lot harder. Also, I can pretty much tell, like when I go clean houses, you know, I can pretty much tell what's been done 2 weeks ago and what haven't been done 2 weeks ago. So, you know, after your training, there shouldn't be any missed things. Also, what I didn't do, I didn't take all bottles out because I would just add extra work. I cleaned one area and I put them there, and that's where they're gonna stay. Also, the reason why you need a cup is like every time you feel like it's kind of not start foaming, you just dip it in water and everything starts foaming. I always leave glass for last, because so you can rinse it immediately. And you do it on the glass, the same thing with the green side. Because sometimes there can be stuck conditioner, whatever. This yellow side, nothing's gonna help, and green side does not scratch glass.
Battery's almost dead.
So also, if you notice, I clean the same way the shower head, oh. So now I take my bucket and I'm gonna rinse everything. So other option is, if you don't have a bucket, you fill up your cup, rinse. Fill up your cup, rinse, which is really time consuming and just extra work, unnecessary. So always think step ahead, make sure you have your bucket ready. And as you can see, I pulled this door in a little bit so the water just doesn't go everywhere. I'm trying to be careful to not to get it on my shoes. Next thing you take is your squeegee and clean dry towel. The only place where you're gonna use squeegee right now is on the glass. You're not gonna use squeegee on any shower wall. Even if it's fiberglass, whatever it is, you're not gonna use squeegee. This is the only time you use squeegee is on a glass shower door. So sometimes if they really have like bad, bad spills, there is a chance that, I'm gonna be missing something with the sponge. So I sometimes just, as I'm cleaning with my dry towel, if I see any kind of hard spot, I just touch it up with Windex. But I never ever would clean with Windex, because Windex, it's just over time you even wouldn't recognize your clear glass shower door, because Windex is not soap scum remover. So then while I was drying it, I actually saw there was some spills right here. You know, so I'm just touching up right here wherever I saw there was like fingerprints from outside. And then you want to make sure that you know, all this one right here is all clean. So I kind of like stick my towel in here. And with glass and stainless steel, you kind of have to be always, I say it's sneaky, because you will always see from different directions different things. I'm gonna make sure there's like no hair and stuff. So next thing, I'm gonna do the toilet. Can you come closer? So, you know, I put the Comet and I start scrubbing the toilet. So what you want to make sure you get under here. And I always start without water. I just tap a little bit with water, but I make sure I get this one. Then I concentrate on a ring. Okay, and then I go inside and do my 360 degrees, making sure every little inch is scrubbed. Okay, so now I have my Lysol. I spray Lysol. And I make sure I get like all edges, so it's basically looking like brand new. You always want to make sure that your towel is, you know, you clean with the dry side, because if it's going to be like kind of wet, it's just gonna drag all the whatever little hair, little dust. It's not gonna pick it up. You want it to be dry. Do not forget the neck, you know, the sides, not just the bottom of the side, but all the way to the top. And then again close it and make sure all this here is not leaking everything or anything, or just really get with the corner and just scrub it till it comes out. So then the next thing you're gonna do is the floor and the baseboards. While you're doing your floors, you're getting the baseboards, you're checking everything. Why you are again checking everything, because again from this point of view of when you are down like this, you will again see anything you missed on a mirror, anything you missed on a cabinet, anything you missed on the doors, you'll see everything. So to be a really good cleaner, you have to like double check yourself. This is the only way how you can do the best job possible. And then the next thing, you just put your rugs back. Always remember where the rugs go. You know, obviously this one, toilet, around the toilet. So when you finish mopping the floors, they actually have to be already dry. That's why we clean everything with dry towel and product. When you put rugs down, make sure the little tags are inside. The rugs are straight. Okay, so as far as uniforms, this is what we wear. It's athletic black pants, which on this type of fabric, if you get bleach, it's not going to stain. So this is a requirement for you to have to work here. You have to purchase these kind of pants. Tennis shoes. You know, no flip-flops, no nothing, tennis shoes. These are the shirts we wear. And these are our uniforms, and this is really strict. Hair pulled back like this. Nothing messy, nothing. Makeup, you want to wear it, you wear it. You don't want to wear it, you don't have to. But you have to represent yourself as a well put together, because if your hair is messy or you wear too baggy clothes or you just don't look well put together, there's no sign that you can do good cleaning job if you can take care of yourself. So I think that's about it.